Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Facing the Music with Terry Oldfield. My name is John Valdivia, producer at ithesound.com. This series, curated from candid conversations, will introduce a return to the mystery and wonder of existence, as well as our necessity to confront ourselves. We shall also feature selected pieces from Terry's extensive musical anthology. In this episode, Terry talks about facing the music in the context of a relationship. Welcome to Facing the Music.
Well, I think that's what happens when you make that decision. You open up the floodgates. You decide together to face the water that's been dammed up behind those gates. And so you invite in a kind of intensity to the relationship. Challenges which most relationships would not survive. The way we survived it was that we had both reached a point where we were willing to stick with whatever happened. Really, face the music is the best way of describing it. Obviously, we had the romantic beginning to the relationship. Just like any relationship, you go through that. But, once the masks come down, because we put on our best face in situations like that, once the mask begins to crumble, we start to see each other as we truly are, which is emptiness full of patterns. And those patterns are what we normally call ourselves. But we had reached a point together in our individual pathways where we had seen through to the point where we were ready, willing, and able to allow those residual patterns to come up. Normally they're dampened down by a huge effort to control our lives and the way it unfolds. We had a lot of challenges, huge challenges, and when one of us would falter, the other would be strong enough to carry the other. And we both supported each other through something which was quite destructive. Because there were a lot of children involved. There was the breakup of my marriage. It's all down to meeting at a place where we are open enough to stick with whatever happens. And it's in most people's marriage vows, through better or worse, through sickness and in health, those vows that people make to each other. If you could really stick with that, this is the one. I'm not going to find a better one because this is the one. And to see life like that. I mean, obviously there has to be that attraction to begin with. There has to be that recognition of the true reflection of each other. But that only comes with a readiness to face reality as it is, rather than as it should be, or it could be, or it would be if. It's like, I suppose, when a student meets a master, or whatever you like, there's a kind of, okay, I trust you. I completely trust you, and I'm going to stick with you. I don't have any doubts. It's that simple. If there's total commitment, the universe comes in and supports that, because it sees an avenue of clarity whereby things can be complete and honest and open and fulfilling in this life. The fire of life experience is so important, because we have to really go through that fire to reach the point where we're open enough to feel the flames, not to dance around the flames saying, oh, this is so spiritual and wonderful, you know. Look how I burn. It only happens when it happens. And again, you know, the pathway to that, the search for a soulmate is fraught with failure. I mean, it cannot happen until it happens.
When will I be free? Like a wave out on the sea, like a cloud above the ocean, like a leaf in the breeze. When will I be free? Like a wave out on the sea, like a cloud above the ocean, like a leaf in falling dances in the breeze. When will I be open as the darkest night is to the stars, as the sky is to the ocean, like lovers fall into each other's arms?
Well, there you have it again. You know, there's that faith, that trust in the relationship with something that I know I'm going to stick with. And so if Saraya suggests something, I take it seriously. Well, me? You mean up there on the stage? You mean, what are you talking about? I don't do that. I don't do that kind of thing. No. Terry Oldfield is a studio musician. Terry Oldfield is a composer. He keeps a distance from his audience, you see. And as soon as I started to just do it, and, you know, people are saying that these days, feel the fear and do it anyway, you know.
When will I be joyful, like a lark that sings its merry tune, like a waves, they're howling at the moon. When will I awaken, like a seed that trembles in the light, like a flower when dawn is breaking, like a star appears to twinkle in the night. When will I be free, like a wave out on the sea, like a cloud above the ocean, like a leaf in falling dances in the breeze. When will I be free, like a wave out on the sea, like a cloud above the ocean, like a leaf in falling dances in the breeze. Breathe.
It's a question of muddling through. You just go ahead, even though you have no idea how. You don't know.
Thank you for listening to Facing the Music. We want to extend our gratitude for your company today. For enriching context and further insight into our series, do visit ithesound.com/Terry. We have provided all the pertinent information in the description. For those interested in delving deeper into Terry's compelling journey, his biography, Only Now, is readily available on all major online bookstores. It is an intimate and insightful account of a life dedicated to music and spiritual awakening. Lastly, please visit terryoldfield.com to stay up to date with Terry's latest endeavors. Once again, thank you for your time. This is John Valdivia from ithesound.com.